Hello there, it's me again, and Alfie down here. Show him. Look, there he is. He doesn't want to be out here because it's freezing cold, so are indoors over there is cameraman today, and just out here to show the part one of the Mitre plane, the Robert Towell eBay find of Mitre Infill plane, which I've started to work on. Now what it's going to end up looking like is this beautiful thing, which strangely has no name. It's quite old. Look at the toe on that, it's amazing. But it's got an infill here and it's got a wedge. The two things that were missing from this one, well, they weren't missing, there was some abortion in there. Somebody had put in there 50 years ago, 100 years ago maybe, I'm not sure. Anyway, the good thing is the body is in perfect condition. So this is probably 200, over 200 years old, 210 years old. Robert Towell's from London, 1810 to 1850. Probably one of the first commercial, what is known as the British Infill plane makers, and this is a British Infill Mitre plane. It's square sides, thin sides to the sole, which is quite thick as you can see, and it's dovetail jointed all the way along, and it's beautiful. What's left from the original is the mahogany bed, and that would always have been mahogany, which would have been cheaper than whatever infill they chose. Now I'm going to first of all get a boxwood infill, so that front piece hasn't been done because that's the easy bit. It's a bit of square with a few cutouts. So the first thing to do is to see how it performs, and I've just whittled together a boxwood wedge out of a piece of boxwood that I happened to find lying around, and sorry Craig, and as you can see I'm contemplating the shape of the scroll. This one's a tiny little scroll, some of them are bigger than others, and I've left quite a lot of meat up here to trim off, because the last thing you want to do is trim it off and then find it sinks below the surface. Anyway, with nothing more to do, I will show you. I've sharpened up the iron. Now the iron's sharpened up on coarse diamond, and that's it. There's no honing it at all. It's just straight off a coarse diamond. I've put it in. It's fairly tight mouth. Could be better. I think the iron is not the original, and therefore it's thinner, and it comes quite far back. I've actually ordered an old Pierce, slightly later iron, but I'm going to put a snack on the end of it. We'll come on to that later anyway. But anyway, so I put it in there. There's no front in it, and it's all rough at the back. And now we'll just get some sound. Do you like the sound, Alfie? Ready? And this is a piece of boxwood, which is fairly hard, just to see what it sounds like. And as you can hear, I'm putting my hand over the top because it's actually quite uncomfortable on the back at the moment, all the sharp bits. But just to show you, I have now got an infill of shavings, and it's really, I haven't even said it fine. It is a really beautiful plane, and when it's finished, there is also no wear in front of the mouth, which will assist in shaving ejection. The shavings are just literally, if I can, they're literally jumping out of the mouth, and this is as smooth as a baby's bottom, as smooth as a baby's bum. That's what it is. It's absolutely amazing plane, and to think it's over 200 years old. All I've done, straight off a course diamond stone. It's perfect. So that's it. Part one done. Highly successful. Now I'll just get a block of boxwood. Oh, what a shame. Might fit. This is a bit new. This is only about a year seasoned, and I want to be probably 25 years seasoned boxwood, 15 plus anyway. It's because boxwood takes forever to dry. But I have got some that's that old. This is just fairly new, and I'm just watching it to see what it does once it's waxed on the ends. But that would have been an ideal size to fit in there. But there's just square box going in there, and then that will all be finished. I think it will look nice. It won't look original because it will be a new box, but I'll do a Bill Carter on it and get some raw linseed oil and soak it in that. So we should have a good result. But as a using plane, it is astronomically good. So that's it for the day. Say goodbye, Alf. You going to say goodbye? You got shavings all over you. Are you cold? You want to go in? Say goodbye then.